Hello again and welcome back to my photography channel. Today we'll talk about a camera I have a love-hate relationship with. A camera I'm carrying pretty much always and everywhere. A camera to capture slice of life stuff, making memories of just regular everyday life. A camera that takes amazing pictures, while at the same time enrages me and drives me nuts. A camera that could be up there with the Contax T2, the Yashica T4, the Olympus Mu. My personal favorite point and shoot. The Konica Big Mini. So this here is my absolutely favorite point and shoot. The Konica Big Mini BM-201. It got released in 1990, but never got the same fame that the Contax T2, the Yashica T4 or the Olympus Mu got, while it was still in production. It kind of sat in this weird spot between the budget camera of the Olympus Mu and the high-end, top-of-the-line Contax T2. I never ever really heard about this camera before I watched a random video from Jonathan back when I only had my Minolta. I saw him carrying this point and shoot and was immediately in awe by the looks of that thing. So I started researching the camera, heard about all of the problems they had, and still wanted one. So I bought two different broken ones. One with a defective flex cable and a better lens, and another one with a broken film door latch, and made myself a dual color Konica, which worked well for over 3 years and 20 or 25 rolls of film. Until the old flex cable broke again. So yet another repair later, it's back in action for hopefully many more rolls to come. So let's talk a bit about the Konica Big Mini and start with the positives. The first plus point for the Big Mini are the looks and the whole design of this thing. I mean, just look at it. This embodies Japanese simplicity for me. A simple compact box. Not too many buttons, no weird design features, just a minimalist approach. The square-shaped lens that extends when powering up is another super cool and unique feature I just love about this camera. Another point that attracted me to this camera is the underdog status. You don't see literal millions of them in the streets, and they aren't necessarily cameras people dream of or have a cult-like following, like the others way more expensive point and shoots. This also shows in the price. Yeah, the prices of the big minis are on the rise too, but comparing it to a Yashica T4, it's still a total bargain, especially if you buy one with a broken flex cable and just repair it yourself in an hour with 10 euros in spare parts. So if it's cheaper, the image quality must be worse, right? Well, not at all. This Konica 35mm f3.5 lens produces such excellent pictures, it's just incredible. Yes, the autofocus isn't super fast, but if that green LED lights up and you take that picture, it'll be sharp, clear, contrasty, and well exposed. In my opinion, this lens plays in the same league than all the Contaxes, Yashicas, and Olympuses? The Olympus cameras. But what are the downsides of these cameras? Why aren't there more people pushing these? Why are they staying relatively cheap and flying under the radar? Short answer, electronics. These things have quite a few flaws one has to live with. There's times where this camera just enrages me. But let's start with the part that failed for me. The flex cable that connects the LCD and the buttons on the back with the body. As these cameras get older and older and the film door gets opened time and time again, this thin tiny flex cable that stretches and bends every time you open the back gets more and more tired until it finally snaps. It's not a question if it snaps, because it 100% will. It's the question when. Luckily, this is a pretty easy fix and parts are still available new and pretty cheap. So not at all a reason to not get this camera. With a JST, screwdriver and a YouTube tutorial, this is doable by pretty much everyone in around an hour. The second weakness are the buttons on top, the power button and the shutter button. These can get gunked up and corrode over time, and there's, at least to my knowledge, no spare parts anymore, so you need a donor body and need to be able to solder the components from one body to the other. If you're lucky, it's enough to just open them up and clean the insides of the buttons. That at least was enough for my power button. Let's get to the stuff that enrages me. Starting off with those whimsy buttons at the back. They're super unresponsive and smushy, sometimes slow, don't react at all. With these buttons, the camera has settings for flash and even exposure compensation, but this gets reset anytime you power it off. I don't understand this design choice at all. This is so annoying. Third thing that enrages me enormously, the shutter button is super unresponsive. It has no clear half press like the Olympus cameras or others. After a while you get a feeling for it, but it's still nothing compared to my Olympus AF, which has a super clear and easy to feel half pressed. You know it's half pressed, the focus and the exposure is locked, and you just push it all the way down and it's done. The last thing that also adds to this mushy shutter release are the LEDs in the viewfinder. They're fine when shooting indoors or when it's cloudy, but in broad daylight they're pretty much impossible to see, so you don't even have a visual confirmation if you've even half pressed the shutter, if it's focused or if it's activating the flash. You have absolutely no idea at all. Yep, that's a lot of negative points. I still love this camera and take it pretty much anywhere. For me at least, it's the perfect snapshot camera with an amazing lens. So, if I had to choose between a Big Mini and a Mu, I take the Big Mini easy. Yashica T4 and Big Mini, no question, Big Mini. Contax T2 or my beloved Big Mini? This is difficult to answer. You see, the other cameras I've already shot. I've shot an Olympus Mu, I've shot a T4, a Contax T2 I haven't even held in my hand. It sure is an excellent premium camera, but for these prices I couldn't justify paying that much money for a point-and-shoot that can break at pretty much any time, just like my Big Mini. I'm sticking with my Big Mini for now, at least until I get to try out a T2, which maybe changes my mind the same way trying a Leica changed my opinion on these cameras. So this brings our short little point-and-shoot video to an end. Now it's your turn. I want to hear about your favorite point-and-shoots. Do you even shoot with them, or are you sticking to SLRs and rangefinders? Please tell me in the comments. Oh, and if you liked my video, a thumbs up would really mean a lot to me. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and follow me on my journey in search of gear and becoming a better photographer. Thank you so much for watching, seriously. The feedback on my last video has been amazing. You guys really push me to get better at this whole video stuff. Well, enough blabbering around. Have a nice day, everyone. And don't forget to go out, shoot, and have fun. Bye!